How do leaders change the culture of their organization, in your experience?
Well, in my experience, a leader, first and foremost, has to lean in and understand the culture, because cultures are developed in two ways, either intentionally or by happenstance. And so trying to change a culture, not just one leader can do that. You have to understand the dynamics and what's happening into our organization. It goes back to my leadership philosophy, listening more than I speak. So I have to orient myself and engage and also understand what the pain points are. Because oftentimes, if someone were to lead an organization, perhaps in title alone, and they weren't engaged, oftentimes those that comprise the team are going to find a way to survive. It's very analogous to survival of the fittest, right? And so they're going to do what they need to do to get their jobs done. But if we're trying to change the culture, it has to be intentional. We have to establish values. Here at the RTD, we do have values, and we want to ensure that people are in alignment with said values. We have passion, respect, diversity, then there's trustworthiness, ownership, and respect. And all of those are incumbent upon us to embrace. We come from different walks of life, but we are converging, trying to achieve a specific goal, which is enabling the communities to move people to and fro. And so when we think about it holistically, there has to be alignment there, and we have to be working for the same thing. But it will take the buy-in and understanding and having a North Star.
How do you lead during times of change? I mean, you've been in many different agencies. You're at the head of this agency now. We've been through a pandemic. We've been through different upsets. How did you lead during that change to make sure you had that cohesion among your team members?
It's flexibility and agility, and recognizing that I'm a human being, and going through any type of crisis. For all intents and purposes, we're human beings, and we're going to be, I would say, more vulnerable. And I think it's incumbent upon a leader to show that humanistic side, because I was enduring the same things vast majority of my team members were. And for them to be able to see, oh my goodness, how am I struggling with not being able to engage with family and friends? How does it feel for me to come in the office and be the only one sitting here? Because it was important to me to support our frontline teammates, because they did not have an opportunity. So I was trying to balance the two. There was no playbook. Did I stumble? Of course I did. But I was able to showcase that to people and let them know it's okay, because when we make a mistake, we can learn from that. And I won't qualify it as a failure, but it's something I hold to be true. Failure isn't final, it's feedback. And so when you can take that feedback and leverage that going forward, that's when you discern what might be best for the organization holistically in the times of crises, because you've endured something, you capitalize on the lessons learned, you debrief about them and talk them through and recognize what might be advantageous to hold on to and what might be advantageous to let go of.
I think that really relates well to your previous comments about being empathic, understanding that we all come with our own stories, and giving people that space to be authentic, transparent, and not afraid to make a mistake, but instead seeing it as an opportunity to learn.